Give me some excitement. Good afternoon. All right, there it is. Somebody's got to make a fart joke or something for that to really fall into youth ministry just right there. But how has the conference been going for you so far? Okay, let's continue the junior high thing. How has the conference been going for you? Interesting. That's a good word for it. Tell me, what was your favorite breakout session or talk so far? Because I'm on stage right now, right? You'll be maybe, hopefully not disappointed soon then. I don't know. Come on, favorite ones. Nothing? I know, but nothing? Was anybody else in the talk with Dr. Dan Jarrell on the first day? That was excellent. Nothing else? That was interesting. Thomas, what about you? Favorite one so far? All right, we might as well just get going then. All right, so I'm excited this afternoon. Obviously, this is not the last event for the conference, but it is the last event for the conference here at Alaska Bible College. So I'm going to come up after our presenter's done, but I just want to remind you right now, don't forget to head out to Change Point Church in Anchorage with us after this. There's going to be much more after this. So don't forget about that, all right? Sound good? All right, would you do me a big favor and help me in welcoming up Jason Ladd this evening?
Thank you, Brandon. Thank you very much, everybody. Wow, you guys look great. It's great to be here. Great to be here at Alaska Bible College. It is just, wow, yeah. All right. All right, so you guys want to hear some dirty jokes? I heard a really good one from Dr. Dickinson last night at dinner. It's really... Okay, I'm kidding, guys. We're not going to do any dirty jokes, okay? Breathe easy. Just one, okay? Just one. All right, no. Okay, a prostitute, a priest, and a rabbi walk into a bar. Mitzvah. Okay, seriously, breathe. We're not going to do those, okay? Let's just start over, okay? Let's get back to Alaska Bible College. Great to be here. Amazing facilities. These are awesome. Everything about it's awesome. They even have signs in the bathroom to help you out with some instructions in there. Here's an apologetics question for you. If I freely choose not to flush twice, is it a sin? I would like to know that. Maybe Dr. Potter can weigh in on that. I like that there's scripture everywhere. Ephesians 6:10 is everywhere reminding us. And I thought it was appropriate that they changed the one in the bathroom. It's, what is it? I think it's Deuteronomy 23:12 they have in there, which is appropriate, right? If you have to relieve yourself, go outside the enemy camp, bring a shovel, bury it. What is it? The Bible covers everything. It really does. No, the bathrooms are fine. They're great. I've never seen toilet paper above eye level before. I'll be honest with you. It's working with tile is hard, I don't blame them one bit with that. Who was here for his Jesus Down with Doobies yesterday? Anybody? Couple. Okay, this you guys will appreciate. So, in case there's any confusion following the Q&A, Mike, I think he is going to be doing part 2 after the conference out in the parking lot. I think it's entitled, "Is Jesus Fly with Getting High?" So if you want to continue your study, there's a chance for you to do that, or not. What about Dr. Dickinson? Who watched him this morning? That was great, right? We learned a lot. We learned how to almost but not kick over your coffee cup. I got to watch that for about 48 minutes. I was stressing out the whole time. I don't know. Let's see where to start. Let's see. I'm married. We have 6 kids at home. We moved to Alaska about 4 years ago. Moving to Alaska was kind of stressful. You guys experienced that? Anybody? But it's also shown me how judgmental I used to be. Honestly, I used to think you had to shower every day. I thought when you built a house, you had to finish it. We've been doing a lot of renovations though and trying to, improve our spaces. My wife recently, she renovated the entire interior of our outhouse. It has all new flies. No, but we do love Alaska, but Alaska has problems too, though, right? There's a pretty big crack problem in Alaska, and I'm not just talking about in Anchorage. It's like it's in the villages, it's in the valley, it's like every single windshield. And it doesn't make sense to fix it, right? You're not going to fix that. It's just going to get cracked again. That $300 could feed my entire family for like 6 hours. Good. But we do like to go on dates. We like to do the fun things with the dates. Like I'm thinking about taking my wife to one of those glass blowing workshops because of the windshield. That kind of thing. But I don't know. I've been struggling a little bit. I've been here for 4 years. Like, when am I going to? I've been here a while. Done a lot of stuff. But, woman, she smashed the side of my truck. The door smashed completely in, right? And I didn't care. That was the moment for me. I'm an Alaskan now, I guess. Yeah, I did not care about that. I do go to church. I don't know why I was expecting applause for that, but thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I only go for material. That's not true. Come on, you guys know that's not true. That is not true. I go other places for material too. Okay, that's. No, I've been doing a lot of stand-up comedy in churches lately, mostly because I perform morning shows. But, sometimes I can get 2-3 sets in on a Sunday. Be done by 2:30. It's pretty good. I wasn't always a Christian, so like I didn't know what all those church words meant and stuff, And one time we had friends; they were taking me to church, and he was like, "I just want you to know it's very charismatic." And I was like, "Good for them," It's good to have a compelling charm that inspires devotion in others. That sounds like a good place to bring someone new. Yeah, it turns out it's the opposite. Apparently the word charismatic comes from the Greek word charis out front, which means initial awkward feeling, but can also mean unprepared for snake bites, depending how you conjugate it. So I thought that was interesting. So one of my pastors, actually, he was counseling me, and he told me I had the gift of comedy. And I was so uplifted. It was really amazing. And then the next Sunday, he preached an entire sermon on how our church believes the gifts have ceased. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't have any problem with charismatics, right? We are all just trying to learn the word and follow the Lord, right? I don't have any problem with Baptists either. I love Baptists. My in-laws are Baptist. I asked my father-in-law for his daughter's hand in marriage before I proposed, and he said yes. Yeah, but I'll be going to hell. Can you believe that, though? He cared enough to tell me where I might end up. Or he might even tell me where to go. I'm not really sure about that part. One or the other. I don't know. I was talking to one guy, though. He was telling me about his new tattoo, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. He said, yeah, I got some scripture on my side. I'm like, well, that could be pretty cool. And he's like, yeah, but it's paraphrased. I was like, wait a minute. That's kind of weird. It's like, I guess the tattoo artist said, like, it's a really long scripture. It's going to be really painful, right? Anyway, I never saw it or knew what the verse was. I'm pretty sure I know what it wasn't, though, which is Philippians 4:13. Right? I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. I just want to know who this tattoo artist is that's like butchering the scripture and like inking it on people's bodies, right? They must read the Message, I'm guessing, maybe. What do you guys think about back scratchers in church? Any opinions? You know what I'm talking about. It's like different. It's kind of different than like the tap tap or like the squeeze. It's kind of like crossing a line sometimes, right? Difference between like a little peck and making out or something like that. I'm even okay if like the wrist stays anchored and a little bit of scratching's great, right? Once they start free arming it, it's like And every guy in here can tell you exactly what that guy is thinking. He's like, that feels good. When's she gonna stop? I should find out her name. I don't know. That's scratch. Church is important. Church is important. Politics are important. You guys keeping up on the Democratic candidates for 2020? Anybody? There's a lot in the field. Whoa, look at that. She's ahead of the ball game right there. So some of them are known for long and storied careers in public service. And others are known for cursing and skateboarding and hacking computers and writing obscene lyrics and feeding their wives poop in a bowl and calling it avocado. Beto O'Rourke, ladies and gentlemen. Beto, oh, she gets it. Thank you for the one person, Beto O'Rourke. Please research your candidates, people. Just please research. So my wife and I, we went to this thing called the Weekend to Remember. Anybody? Raise your hand. Make some noise. Let's make some noise if you've heard of the Weekend to Remember. A couple people, right? So, well, if you don't, it's kind of like this weekend retreat to help keep your marriage strong. And it has a biblical worldview, which is great because I'm always trying to be a better Christian than you. And, you know, it just looked like a place where we could sit down, be together, and really focus on any changes we need to make with her. So anyway, we went to the weekend, and, you know, I've been a dad a long time now. We stayed at the hotel because I just wanted to remember what it's like to sleep in a bed without crumbs. You know, somebody traveling from edge to edge all night long, kicking me in the ribs, spilling juice on me. So she took the couch, and I had so much space. I read a book. It was amazing. It was good. I'm finally learning communication, though. You know, after about 10 years, you start figuring it out. Like when I was first married, I might say something like, "Hey, honey, we should probably keep the kitchen table clear of all junk, don't you think?" And then, you know, that night, all her essential oils are still right there, just right on the thing. But now I figured it out, though. Now I just say, "Hey, honey, we're having company over after church." Oh, yeah. I don't have to ask anything. You know, the house is clean by Sunday afternoon. Yeah. Figuring it out. 6 kids, though. It's crazy. I have 6 kids. That means all my screens are cracked. That is true. And it's weird when he talked to me. I was talking to a guy, and I told him I had 6 kids. And he said, 6 kids? What are you, Mormon? Right? Yeah. That was the first time I met the Pope. It's a lot of kids, I guess. No, but that's always the response, right? You have a lot of kids that are like, same 2 questions, right? Are you Catholic? Are you Mormon? And I'm not, you know? If religion was an ice cream sundae, I would just be regular, plain Protestant Christian, right? I don't need the works. Thank you. This is the one place I can use that one. Come on. Works. Thank you. Okay. It'll pop in a couple minutes. So from this side of the room. Oh, man. But, you know, I get tired of it. So now I just lie and I say, "No, yep, I'm Mormon Catholic. That's what I am." I feel guilty about the lying. But then I ride my bike and I feel better. So it's not too bad. I'll tell you what, though, when you have a lot of kids, I'm not going to lie, you're pretty strapped. I don't care how much money you make. You're going to be pretty broke when you have a lot of kids. Like, we're so broke, we dilute the water in our house. Like, you come to my house, you're drinking H1O. Like, you don't need both O's. You need to find one of my kids, give them one of those O's. You know, and now, like, anytime I drink, like, full up H2O, I'm like, whoa, this is so strong. Hey, kids, how much oxygen did you mix into this? You know we don't make it that strong in our house. It's like that. It's like that. One of our kids doesn't live with us. He lives with his dad. He came to live with us in 2015, and then his father wanted him back. And it's one of those difficult things, you know, you have to navigate in life. You know, like finding a job with a Bible degree. I'll tell you what else. How you treat diapers changes after you have a lot of kids too, right? Like your first kid, it's like you've always got stacks in reserve. They change a diaper like every time the kid pees, right? I have the first kid. After 6 kids, man. I come home from work and like diaper comments are flying past my face, right? It's like from somewhere in the kitchen to the living room, they're Velcroed into a swollen yellow ball, like land on the ground, slide to a stop next to another one. There was one more, but the dogs got it out in the front yard, right? The baby's walking around with like 4 pounds of pee gel dragging on the ground. He's like, Dad, that pee-pee. I'm like, thank you, big boy. I can see that. Thank you for mopping the carpet with it. You know, mom's in the laundry room scraping gumball goo out of the dryer. Right? I'm like, hey, honey, do we have any more diapers? She said, there's 2 in the kitchen and 1 in the front yard. Other than that, we're out. When I get home, if it ain't number 2, it'll still do. Money's tight. Come on, people. Make them stretch. I'm getting older now, though, so I'm getting more injuries. And that's kind of a crazy thing. Any snowboarders in here? Any snowboarders? Okay, so you know when you're doing like a 540 heel grab and you come down like on the lip of the half pipe, you hit an ice patch and it's like, ah! Okay, me neither. But I reached for a bottle of shampoo the other morning and that was it. It was all over. And it's always something like that too, right? My wife's like, oh, were you lifting weights? It's like, no, I was yawning. But you tell the guys at work too. It's like, sorry guys, I can't come in today. I reached for a box of Cocoa Puffs. Now I can't lower myself to the toilet without an assistant. That's how it is. I did get some feedback the other day. It was good from my stand-up. Somebody said I reminded them of Jim Gaffigan. Huh? Yeah. But with more kids and less talent yeah. I was like, you know what, Mom? I don't need to let it go. I let it go. I'm not getting into that. Yeah. So I was trying to think up a name for my comedy label. And you want to pick something that fits you really well, but you'd also like it to reflect your writing style, which I'd like to think is pretty tight and clean. But sometimes I think people can think that I'm a little bit dirty. If I'm ever dirty, it's a mistake. It's always an accident. Anyway, that's how I came up with Tidy Whitey Comedy. That's we love Christmas time at our house. Like, we love to play games. My wife and I have this one game where she goes around the house plugging in all these scented wax pots. And then I go around the house unplugging them when she's not looking. It's always fun. There's one thing. Now, this is not a very Christian thing to say, but I feel pretty safe here. So, and I think a lot of dads would agree with this. At Christmas, I feel like I didn't get enough gifts last year. So this year I'm going to invite over all my charismatic friends. And that's going to... My wife, last Christmas, she got us this gumball machine, and it was a hit. Like, all the kids loved it. It was great. You don't have to put a quarter in it either, and she loaded it with candy, but it makes this super loud cranking noise when you crank it. It like echoes throughout the whole entire house. It's like the crank of shame. It's like cavities, you know, it's like cheating, you know. So I was like, there's got to be a way to make it so you don't hear it when I crank this thing. And so I took it to work. Problem solved right there. I did get into some trouble, though, at my work, a little bit of trouble. So I got my boss a super nice going away present, and he got super, super angry. And to this day, I don't even know why, but he still brings it up every performance review. He's still mad about it. You guys ever get a gift that is clearly not for you? Like, it's for someone else. This happened to me. Like, I got a hoverboard for my birthday, and the kids love it, of course, and I'm happy for them. But I never get a turn on that thing. So I took it to work. I'll tell you what, though. 7 kids, man. You have 7 kids. I've done math problems you haven't even thought about. Man, I'll be doing problems like, if husband A and wife B have a child every 18 months for the next 15 years, and each child needs their own room by age 12, how many square feet are the rooms in a mental institution? Word problem. I'm doing problems like, if there are 64 frozen chicken nuggets in a bag, and each child eats twice his age in nuggets, How many times do I have to tell you not to put your plate where the dog can get it? I guess I'll leave you guys with this one. It's kind of a serious one. School started up. I'm a little worried about my 7-year-old. He's having trouble with his teacher this year. This is the second year in a row he had trouble with his teacher last year. If it keeps going this way, I'm thinking about pulling him out of homeschool. And that's all for me. My name's Jason, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.